Was that the most tiptoes you've ever had to use to kiss a guest?
I was nearly on point, like we're doing.
Oh, aren't you tall? You're very tall.
Oh, Evans, will you stop talking about my height?
Are you bored of that?
I've got nothing. People have been talking about my height since I was about 4.
Because you're very tall.
Yeah, I know, but it's not interesting to me, is it? It's not like I'm just going to go, what do you mean, Evans? I'm tall.
I didn't realise we were here to interest you.
Yes.
OK.
Now, Stephen, we know that you're a big fan of physical comedy.
Yes, I am, yes.
Looks like you nailed it with that dancing.
Thanks very much indeed. Yeah, pretty good. I was busting all my best grooves.
And you want to see physical comedy make a comeback, don't you?
I'm a fan of the physical comedian, you know. I think it used to be very, very fashionable. I grew up watching Lauren and Hardy, Chaplin, all those sort of people. It seems to have died out, not quite as voguish now. So, yeah, whenever I do sort of stuff, you know, like in the extras or whatever on stand-up, I like to try and bring a bit of that back. If you are, as you described, looking like a giant stick insect with glasses, then inevitably what can you...
In a good way.
Just read what I'm told to read, that's all. That's what's going on there.
Yeah.
So you are a Hollywood boy officially now. Tell everybody about your current standings in the movie charts.
Yeah, listen, currently in the US, the #1 movie is Hall Pass. Who's in it? It's Muggins. Yeah. Second movie in the US is called Romeo and Juliet. Who does a voice? It's Muggins. So that means that I am currently... Because I'm the only person who links those two films, which means that I am currently the biggest box office draw in America. Not officially. No one's actually officially told me
official
that.
now.
Yeah, that's...
The one show, for heaven's sake.
But you're going on stand-up soon, and we'll be talking
tour.
about your new tour a little bit later on.
All right, now, at the end of the show, we're going to have a mass wax-off taking place for Comic Relief.
Hairy men will be screaming and squealing as the ladies in the lives let rip with a waxing strips. Oh, look at that. It's like a forest down there.
It's like a forest down where? Down there. Good, excellent. Stephen?
Yes?
Alex doesn't think you're that hairy, do you?
Well, the reason I say that is because sometimes when people are blonde, they're not that hairy. Could you pull the shirt down?
I'm not putting any shirts down.
Come on.
You start and I'll maybe follow.
All right.
That's the hair where it needs to be.
Do you fancy being waxed?
No.
It's for Comic Relief.
Come on.
Come on.
Not a maniac.
I'm not a maniac.
Well, we've got Hendon Second's rugby team with us who are very much willing to be waxed for Comic Relief.
Well done.
Show us how hairy you are, guys. See, not that hairy. No, not that
They just want to be on the telly and they will do anything.
They want to stay out all night before tomorrow's game.
Yeah, honestly, it's going to hurt. And you can help by donating £1 to show your support for all our volunteers.
To donate to Comic Relief right now, just text RED to 70011 and Comic Relief will get £1 to help transform the lives of poor and vulnerable people all over the UK and across Africa.
Text costs £1 plus your standard network message charge, and the whole £1 goes to Comic Relief.
You must be 16 or over and please ask the bill pays permission, full terms and conditions, and more information go to BBC.
Time now for Jay's Foodie Friday.
And tonight, the story of how the nation has fallen back in love with a little round sausagey snack. The Asians are trying to nick the origin of the Scotch egg away from us.
Wherever there is a foodstuff, there will be somebody on some continent trying to claim that it was originally theirs. And on the Indian subcontinent, there is a reasonable claim, which is the Nargisi kofta. We have some here.
Yeah.
You've probably eaten loads of this, haven't you, Chris?
I love this,
What's
yeah.
this?
It basically is lamb wrapped around an egg.
Okay.
Go spot the difference between that and a...
You like some, Steve?
I'm all right.
I'm with Steve. But we've got some normal ones
I love
here,
a, I mean, I love a regular Scotch egg.
Well, help yourself.
I'm a fan of all the sort of classic party food, the pork pie as well.
Yeah.
I once snuck a couple of pies into the British Comedy Awards.
Did you?
I knew I'd be peckish.
That's very radical.
And did you eat them?
I think I might have done.
Okay.
I should have taken a few of these.
Actually, I can't let you do this. Put that one back, because we've got some top quality ones.
Jay,
here.
can you Scotch any egg then?
You can Scotch almost any egg. In fact, this very afternoon we
that
had a
looks
bunch...
nice,
This
doesn't
looks
it?
really good. I'm very excited about this.
Mind the fingers, have a bit of that.
All right.
This very afternoon,
Yes, sir.
we had a bunch of cooks working to produce an ostrich.
Honestly?
Okay. 2 hours to boil,
Yep.
4 hours to cool down. This egg came from a licensed ostrich farm, but we didn't just nick it. It exploded.
Not that egg, obviously, the other one.
No, because we didn't put it back together. Do you want
Why did
the
the egg
egg.
explode? There was a reason.
apparently it was slightly off and the gas inside built up, and when you put the heat on it, bang.
But they were going for a massive Scotch egg, so thanks for the effort.
Thanks for the effort, although I must admit, I don't really quite... I think we were saved, because then we'd have had to sit here and to eat our way through a 10-ton Scotch egg and say, lovely.
Stephen, you're loving that, aren't you?
I'm having a whale of a time.
I've never seen you with a runny centre before.
It's very clever the way they get the consistency with the egg.
Yeah.
Now, other food news.
The important news of the coming week, Shrove Tuesday, day before Ash Wednesday, the way to use up everything that's in the cupboard. So, Pancake Day. Very, very important. And to celebrate, we have some Scotch pancakes
Bring them
simply
over.
because they're actually called
Go on.
Scotch.
So you've got a
actually
Scotch link?
They are from Scotland. There's no other reason for having them here.
Can you give us 3 top tips for pancake making?
3 very quick tips. The first one is make your batter early. ahead of time.
Oh, you got a graphic!
Oh,
my goodness me!
I'm very thrilled. Make your batter early.
Look at that!
Oh, careful.
Children, behave.
Stop trying to take away from Jay's graphics,
I'm
please.
sorry, I'm just going to use my fingers.
The first time I've had a graphic and you're just trying to distract me.
Second top tip, please.
The second top tip is hot pan.
Yeah.
Very important. Can you see? Oh, graphic.
Hot pan graphic!
There's a picture of a hot pan.
I know, it's funny. The things they can do these days.
Top tip number 3.
Use a light pan because if you're going to flip,
Light pan!
you need to have all the strength in your wrist to do that. And tip 4, which does not have a graphic.
Oh, it doesn't have a graphic!
Don't be afraid.
terrible.
It's only a pancake. What's the worst that can happen?
All right.
Fair enough.
Now
got it on
listen,
the
we
floor.
do have a couple of archive films
We've
to show
been looking
here.
through the pancake,
You have a choice.
pancake archive.
Yeah, choice of black and white archive films. You can have either have mums on a sports day from 1954 or men from the military being taught how to make one. Which you'd like to see?
It's got to be mums.
No, it's not as funny as the military.
Let's do the other one.
Okay, good.
Next time, don't give me a choice.
Pay attention. Pancake tossing by numbers. 1, 2, 3, 1. What are you doing with that pancake on the floor? Pick it up. You idle boy. What's your name?
Max 70, sir.
Max 70, your name's in the book. Let's do it properly this time. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Very good. Genuine archive then.
I'd say what's the worst that can happen? You can be shouted at by a man in a peak cap if you have one in your kitchen next Tuesday.
Okay, what have you got for us next week?
Mustard. The only indigenous spice. The only spice. We have lots of spices in this country that come for centuries, but that's the only one that grows here.
All right, got
Fair
it.
enough.
Thank you, Jay. This month, the nation's favourite mischief maker, Dennis the Menace, celebrates 60th birthday. Stop it, Dave.
There, you've stopped.
Great, isn't it?
I'm reading from his diary there. This is his actual diary.
But Ricky there looks a bit like Fred Flintstone.
Yes.
Massively like him.
Yeah, well, I was trying to be kind.
So your new tour, Hello Lady.
That's right, yes.
Now, is this really a way to get a new wife? Well, not a new wife.
A new
any
wife, any wife will suffice. Yeah, it's an opportunity to do some stand-up comedy all over the country. You're probably looking at me, Alex, you're thinking, he's lithe, he's in trim, he's in great shape, he's obviously fantastic, probably as a lovemaker, but what does he look for? I know that's what you're thinking, but you're probably thinking, what is he looking for in a wife? And this is what the show's
Well, what
about.
qualities? Yeah, come on. Listen.
Well, I don't want to give it all away, but, basically what I've done is I've sort of looked at where various girlfriends I've had in the past have gone wrong, and I've drawn up a list of sort of new rules, new criteria, if you like,
Okay.
that a wife
So
would...
they've gone wrong.
Yeah, well, I may have made a few mistakes here and there, but and so it's a sort of it's more like a what's the word? It's like a lecture, if you like, on what I'm looking for in a
But is
woman.
it a blonde, a brunette,
Please
tall,
don't nail
small?
yourself down. That's the mistake you can make. You see, if you make a type.
Well, Alex is
Right,
single.
okay.
All right, here we go, love.
Tour cancelled.
Thanks for that.
It's all over.
All right.
Lovely couple.
Used to be a member of the Dennis the Menace Club.
And that's all I'm looking for.
I know.
So, listen, 2 hours of brand new material.
Yeah.
You've written it over a 2-year period.
Yes.
So, for example, if you're still writing something with Ricky, which you have been doing in
Right.
between, and
Yeah.
other people, and you come up with a great joke and you think, oh, no, I want that for myself. Have you been sort of sandbagging?
I suppose I have secretly, yeah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't confess this, but yeah, I've got all the best stuff. It's just stockpiled in a little drawer. No, I think there's stuff that suits me particularly in stand-up that some ideas just don't really work in a sitcom or in any other thing.
You say that.
You've got me. You're one of the greatest of all
Thank you
interviewers.
very much, Stephen. Thank you very much.
What kinds of material can people expect then? Is it about you? Is
It's
it
about me.
politics?
It's about my various sort of dating disasters in the past. One thing I really love in comedy is when people are sort of confessional and they share stuff about themselves. And I think when you walk out of the theatre, you feel like you know them a bit better. And I think that's what I've been trying to do with this.
What about the one date that's in the US? You're all over the country, then you go to America for one date in New York. What's
just
that about?
getting into New York, NYC, give those guys a laugh. No, I think it's just to sort of dip my toe in the water over there and see if they laugh because
Yeah.
I'm quite English. I've got lots of English.
It's a little bit of a showcasey gig.
Exactly, and then if it goes well, we'll see.
Good
And
for
that's
you.
on the 22nd of December. Is it for Christmas shopping?
Again, you two are brilliant.
We are,
You've got him.
Tonight we're all right, actually, yeah, okay. Tickets are on sale from the usual outlets.
Of course they
For
are.
this Hello Ladies tour. Get there, maybe get a new husband. Really
There you are.
Well, we are 5 minutes away now from our mass male waxing. Oh,
That has made my year. I've been looking for this for decades.
well, thank goodness he found one, even though it was a little tiddler, isn't it, Stephen?
Pardon me? My little tiddler? What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry.
You've done loads of stuff.
Are you asking me out? Is that what's happening?
I'm a little bit embarrassed
all right.
now.
Come on then, I'll give you an hour.
Then. You've done loads for Comic Relief, haven't you?
I'm always helping out with Comic
memorable
Relief.
stuff?
Oh, I always try and do a sketch for little Richard Curtis every year for Comic Relief. Probably do something again this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, not going to have myself waxed if that's what you're
Oh,
aiming. That's not
come on. Go on, funny boy.
Oh, you like You can boo all you like. It's
These
not
people won't buy a ticket now, see to see a tour. Will you? No. No, yeah, they will.
Oh, all right.
They will. Okay, so we're downstairs from Max. Mass wax off. Okay, well, we're all ready for the mass wax off here. Stephen, can you start us off?
Of course, it's time to let rip. Ladies, are you ready? Yes. Hairy gents, are you also ready? No? Well, let the mass wax off commence.